What up, everyone? You're probably looking for Jack Slater. And yes, good old Jack Slater happened to take off on me. Matter of fact, dear cousin, I'm trapped in Tijuana. I owe, well, let's just say it's a lot of money. And I'll be back at a certain time. Thus, I'm leaving this to you. Have fun. Permit me to introduce myself. My name is Zafa Slater. I'm his cousin. And guess what he sent me? Which I have no idea why anybody would wear this, but this is Comic Outlaw, aka El Chingon. Mess with me and you'll find that out. Now, we're going to be doing a little different format until Jax gets out of Tijuana or Mexico, or if he's able to dig his way back. Hopefully he can. He owes me a lot of money. A lot. But anyways, the show must go on as it always does. And it's Funko time. Usually he sings a little jingle, it's Funko time. Not exactly my style. Here, I could do a little dance for you if you want. But this is one of my personal favorite singers, Elvis Presley, Blue Hawaii. Now, Blue Hawaii came out in 1961. It was a musical, comedy, drama. Basically, it had a little bit of everything, but Presley, it's kind of a comedy, but it tells a really good story. Basically, Elvis and his girlfriend, he plays Chad, and they're in Hawaii. They live their lives. There's another girl named Allie. She tries to fall for him. He passes up her advances, and yeah, she ends up with someone else. I think her name was Mila. Don't quote me on that. And they end up together. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, to be honest with you. I love Elvis movies. Just by the way, Kid Galahad's my absolute favorite. And it's kind of one of those simple movies that came out in the 60s. The 60s had a lot of musical movies. They had like movies that usually had like 6, 7 songs. It's kind of like watching a Disney. A lot of surfing in it. Beautiful Hawaii backdrop. This is back in the day when they actually used to shoot on location. So, back before CGI and everything else, they would actually fly over there and shoot. And it has the soundtrack has one of my favorite Elvis songs of all time, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. If you have not heard that song, and if by some reason you've never heard of Elvis Presley, you need to hear that song. That became a main staple as Elvis went on later in the 70s. Wonderful, wonderful love song. If you're with somebody, put on that love song. Pure poetry. Absolutely pure poetry. Now, back in the day, now music and dramas kind of hit, like Music Man or certain things like that. They get mixed reviews. This one came out 10th on the American Billboard, so it made a fair amount of money, $5 million at the time. And that was pretty good for 1962, because when it comes out in 61, they do the numbers in 1962. Just a little movie knowledge for you. And the thing about Elvis is Elvis has a universal sound. I mean, if you listen to Elvis now, it's just as good as it was in the 50s. People are always talking about how Elvis's career slid downhill as he got older. I think he actually got better. I mean, the music changed, but every artist, the music does change and evolve. And people always talk this and that about Elvis doing a lot of musical movies and doing a lot of campy movies, but it was the time. And Friday, as good as it is, A lot of hip hop music. It's a little campy. I mean, campy, fun comedy movies are what everyone loves. And you can't blame Elvis for picking up a little scratch along the way. That man made a lot of money doing these movies. So I highly recommend, if you want a good time, you don't really want anything too serious, you know, good little story. Boy has girl, other girl comes in, a lot of good songs, a little bit of surfing, beautiful backdrop. I highly recommend Elvis's Blue Hawaii. And check out a few of his other movies. And maybe just kick back and throw on a playlist of Elvis. You'd actually be surprised. If you just listen to one genre of music, just let the king bring a different sound to your ears. And I guarantee you, once it hits your eardrums, your senses will go absolutely numb. It is the key to your soul. Believe me. From the heart and from passion everlasting. Thus say Zafa and Zeta, if you know what I'm saying. But at any rate, let's just open this up, huh? No, I don't have a knife. I never needed one. But anyways, I never got why you just cut it open in the box when you just pop it open. Alright. This is actually a pretty cool Funko. Check that out. There's the Elvis lip. Now this is a great interpretation of the movie. I think this is when he was singing I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Or Rockabye Baby, Rockahula Baby. Like I said, it's been a while. But look at that. This is cool. Classic Elvis hair. Classic Elvis look. I mean, this is super sweet. I got this at Zia Toys. So if you're ever there, make a stop there. In good old Las Cruces, New Mexico. Little free advertisement. The stand test. It actually stands pretty good. I know you can't see that, but I actually love the way this Elvis looks. I mean, this is just typical Elvis. The eyes, everything about it. This is a great toy from Funko. I mean, look how detailed that is. I know we do a lot of comic book Funkos and stuff like that, but I wanted to change it up. Jax has done a few Motley Crues, this and that, but I had to go with the king. I had to go with Elvis Presley. And you know what? I also recommend the song Love Me. Great song too. Devil in Disguise. There's so many good songs by Elvis. You could just let the playlist fly. He'll give you a deep sense of relief and you'll be able to breathe an angelic sigh. I'm telling you right now. And as always, I'm Zafa Slater. And I'll catch you on the flip side until Jax gets out of Tijuana. Yeah. And maybe even after.